What's good, people? I'm GALANACCI the Creator, a Manila-born, Cardiff-trained, London-raised artist, designer, creator, and I am the founder of GALANACCI, a luxury human wear brand, pioneering self-discovery and greatness. And today is episode 8. It is March 2nd. Okay, so in this week's episode, we will be just going over the inspiration behind the Keys to Greatness Emblem and managing a balance between health and business, and also, what was the other one? Yeah, just the values of having a mentor. Let's get down to it. So what's the inspiration behind the logo? So this right here is the Keys to Greatness emblem. You can see it there at the back. That's the brand's emblem. And the whole design process behind the Keys to Greatness emblem was a long one. It initially it came from the Greatness graphic. This is like I believe this is the second or third iteration of the original graphic, and that was inspired by Mike Tyson's face tattoo. And that face tattoo originated from the Mauri tribe, which symbolized power and status within that tribe, within the Mauri tribe. And I wanted, like, behind this, the Keys to Greatness emblem, I wanted it to have deep meaning and purpose. That's why it has all these inspirations behind it. So we have the stylized fossil design. So you have the outlines that looks like skeletons. I thought of it as fossils. So if you just imagine you being a archaeologist. Say you're an archaeologist, you discover something beneath the ground. And I linked that with the process of self-discovery, where we have to go beneath the surface to find them and to discover them. So I kind of linked that within the Keys to Greatness emblem, which is this right here in the middle. But yeah, the whole process behind it was for me to come to this stage, it took like a year compared to the initial. You'd see it here on the screen that the initial was very simplified. It was just a letter T in a stylized design. Even reminds you of a Tesla symbol. But that then developed into the Keys to Greatness emblem, which you can see here and there at the back. And yeah, the way it reflects the core values of GALANACCI. So like first of all, it's the letter T in the word greatness, in the stylized greatness graphic that I initially designed. And it bridges great into greatness. That's why it's right here in the middle, right? You have great and then greatness. So it acts as a bridge and also sort of like a key that unlocks the whole word greatness. And that's what I wanted. That's why I called the emblem Keys to Greatness, because it is the bridge that gets you into the full meaning of the emblem, greatness. So the logo itself fits into this graphic here, which spells out greatness in a stylized design. And this greatness graphic also summarizes the greatness poem at the back, and that's where it also originates. So it's also always feeding it back into the brand's manifesto, which is the greatness poem. And within the K2G emblem, you have the quadruple G's right here at the very tip. You could say it's a symbol for aiming aiming high, and then improving. Because the 4 G's actually stands for great, greater, greatest, and then greatness. So it's evolving in each of those stages, continuously evolving and improving. That's why it's at the tip, because that's the goal. That's the main goal. You want to always improve each time, because even if you're at the top, there's still a lot to improve. When you become comfortable and stagnant, that's when you stop improving, and nothing gets better, nothing is being innovated. That's when you just stand still and stay at the same level. We don't want to be doing that. We just want to be aiming to improve even 1% every single day. That's the meaning behind the 4 G's. And then I see the Keys to Greatness emblem evolving over time, with it being simplified or even stylized even further, depending on what we're doing with the brand or what collection we're releasing. But yeah, everything will unfold. You guys will see how strong this emblem is in terms of how it's well designed and how it adapts to future collections and whatnot. But yeah, just stay tuned, and then we'll get into the health is wealth. Without you, there is no business. As you can probably hear, I'm a bit ill, or getting better. So this week I was kind of ill, so I didn't really get to do much. You have everything kind of halts, especially if you're a solopreneur. You're the only one running the whole brand type of thing. If you're ill, everything else stops. So that's one of the things you really need to think about, because if you're ill, the business stops. Like, nothing's moving. I mean, you could like what I did. I was doing the marketing, social media marketing, because I already filmed the content the previous week when I was fine, and I could do it in bed, which is cool. But in terms of like the more hands-on stuff, like doing up the orders, screen printing, packing orders, dropping these at the post office, that will need to halt until I get better. And that's the thing with being a solopreneur. It's not like someone can fill in for you to get those things done. I mean, at least at this stage, it's just all me. So it's good to think about how you will evolve over time, and then so that if you are ill in the future, there is someone there to fill in that role for you, whilst you take a sick day or whatever. But yeah, it made me realize, I think last year I probably was ill, like properly ill once, and that was like when I was in Philippines during my holiday, and I still had to continue the 365 series during that time, and I was way more ill than what I was this week, and I still had to do it, and like I had no energy to be doing no drawings, no designs, but I still did it. But that's when you realize, yeah, you really need to balance your health and your work, your business in this case. Because without you being healthy, then how are you supposed to steer the business? Without you, there is no business, so you gotta prioritize health in it. But yeah, I think with health, you just have to be, it's a lot to do with discipline. Luckily for me, I don't really get ill that much. Maybe like a handful of times per year, but not too much. And the good thing is, I also eat quite healthy. I mostly cook my food, and I don't really go and eat out as much. I mean, even though we have it from like once or twice a month, but other than that, it's mostly home cooked meals, and I would say they're quite balanced. But yeah, and also being active. You gotta be active, especially if you're like me. you're just always in the studio, just doing up work. So you gotta really fit in being active, even if it's jogging for 15 minutes a day or whatnot. That's something I have yet to work on and balance. But yeah, man, that's one of them things I need to work on, innit? And yeah, for me, especially with being a solopreneur and managing your work and health type of thing, I try to get most of the work done before 6 p.m. And then after that, it's just you're resting, you're chilling, you're spending time with your significant other, family or whatnot. I don't want to be doing no overtime or whatnot. I mean, I'll be doing some social media some light work on my phone, but more of the laborious stuff, we keep that before 6 p.m. So that's how I try to manage my time. And that brings us to the importance of mentors. So for me, anyone can be your mentor, right? You don't even need to know them personally. Like, game is game. If you're able to soak the game that the people that you look up to share within their practice, whether it be through their interviews, books, or whatnot, if you're able to absorb those game and apply it to your craft, that's you're being mentored. So for me, I have the likes of like Muhammad Ali. You could even count AJ, Jay-Z, Nipsey Hussle, Samuel Ross, Virgil Abloh. Those are the guys. If I were to name a few, those are the guys that I would consider as mentors. I look at their craft and then I learn from them and apply it to my own craft, you know. And the importance of having mentors is that it speeds up your learning process. Instead of you having to go through it yourself, you can learn from their experiences and then apply it to yourself to speed you up. I think for me, one of the most important piece of advice that I've heard from a mentor, I think it would have to be Nipsey Hussle of being independent and owning your own. That he was one of the guys that really pushed me and made me think like, okay, yeah, I need to start this brand. Like, I'm not a person who wants to be working as an employee my whole life. Hell nah. I need to have my own shit going on and build my own empire. Because I'm the eldest of four, right? So my mindset was always like, lead by example. And being an employee, it wasn't for me. That's why I threw myself in the deep end of running my own brand, building my own brand, building my own business, learning the ins and the outs of it, from the finance to right down to logistics of packing, packing and delivering, of dropping these by the post office and whatnot. And just the whole bunch, you know, man, it's tough, but you gotta throw yourself in there. And for me, and that's why I do GALANACCI Diaries, you know, because I'm building GALANACCI real time, right? Like, as we speak right now, I'm building this, and we're in the early phase. Like, we haven't even we're on the come up, basically. And I'm sharing everything, man. Like, if I was someone who has dreams of running my own brand, I'll be tuning in, you know. Or even if, let's say I'm someone who's in their 9 to 5, but is planning to, you know, transition and start building my own thing, I would tune in as well, you know, because GALANACCI Diaries isn't just about fashion, it's just all around, you know, like it's about the business side of things, especially the whole philosophy aspect that I'm focusing on, discipline, the mindset. This is how I'll be passing my knowledge onto the next generation, you know. It's just by providing this weekly episode and then cross-pollinating it in all the social media platforms. But yeah, man, I think we'll call that a wrap. That's it from me. And yeah, of course, if you have any Q&As, leave in the comments below. If not, I'm going to keep coming with my own questions and answers and whatnot. That's it from me, man. Peace. Okay, yeah.